Even the uniform they use is free of charge. So, equipping
So
it
Mr.
is
Onyishi,
quite another.
all right. So for those facilities now that had to be demolished because they didn't meet up to the standard set out by the state government, what are you doing to, not just discontinue your contract with the contractor, but to actually perhaps prosecute the contractor? Because definitely taxpayers' money have gone in, or is the contractor refunding the state government? What's going on?
No, the demolition was at the contractor's cost. Take, for instance, the one that happened at Mbu. Mbu is in Isuzu. So we had to pull it down because the contractor did a shoddy job. All right, so we had to pull it down.
So
But
did the
at the
contractor
cost
refund the
of the
state
contract.
government?
Sorry?
So did the contractor refund the state government for money already expended?
Well, it wasn't even a case of refunding. You understand? Because if someone has learned their lessons and then they bear the cost and continue, and you monitor and ensure that the right thing is done. I think that's how it is. So it is at the cost of the contractor. And that was why we had to pull it down, because we discovered that he was doing a shoddy job.
Right.
So it was at its own cost.
Right, let's talk about maintenance, because this is one culture that a number of people, corporations, organizations, don't do too well at. What is the state government doing to ensure that by the time these facilities are on board and working, 5–10 years from now, we are able to maintain the same standard and quality?
Well, you see, that is one thing that the Mba administration is doing by, building institutions, you understand, and then migrating the MDAs to e-platforms, so that there will be a kind of seamless flow of activities. Because when the government is no longer there, then, but if you have these things on e-platform and build institutions, they will run seamlessly with minimal human interference as such. So when we're talking about sustainability, we are looking at, it even begins with ownership on the part of the communities for whom these projects are built. And if you own it and take it as yours, that this project is built in our community and it belongs to us, I think it will go a long way to sustain it. And I'm also looking at security, because there is tendency for these things to be vandalized, and then because the equipment we are talking about, a whole lot of equipment that are installed in the smart schools, so there has to be ownership. The community has to own it,
All right.
before even government does anything. And we believe that the next government will also buy into this project, because the smart school has come to stay. And then I believe that the government that is coming after Mba will see this good thing that His Excellency has done, and we want to sustain it.
Ms. Onyishi, let's talk about healthcare. Enugu state government, we understand, plans to also construct some 260 type 2 primary healthcare centers. Where is the state government on this?
All right, the type 2 260, have all been completed. The project has been completed. In the process of equipment and recruitment of staff, the state government recently advertised for health workers in those hospitals. So it is something that has been done. It has been achieved. The 260 type 2 hospitals have been built to completion, and then it's about to take off. That's why we are.
All right, then. So we hope that, these centers would, you said it's at the equipping stage, that all of the necessary equipment is there, and that you're able to get the best hands to attend to people, and that the residents of Enugu State are able to benefit fully from this. But let's quickly shift focus now to transportation. In the wake of the removal of subsidy on petrol, we know that the state government launched a project regarding CNG buses. How is this faring?
Well, I had wanted to say that I omitted, sorry, let me just take us back a little bit to the heads, because we are also building a Enugu International Hospital. which the idea behind it is to, kind of have a place where all manner of ailments are treated, so that medical tourism will be a thing of the past. It's almost at the finishing here, and it has the capacity to handle all manner of cases, be it cardiological cases, be it oncology or whatever. It's being done here in Enugu, and that will reduce medical tourism to the barest minimum. Of course, there will be no medical tourism anymore. If anything, Enugu has become a medical tourism hub because of what His Excellency has done in that area. Now,
so it means that, yes, before we get to that, so it means that with this, we are hoping that even the governor himself and his family, the first family, and, the politicians and everybody would be receiving health care back home in Enugu State and not necessarily have to go outside the country. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, that's what the governor has done. And it's nearly completed, the Enugu International Hospital.
And, the media will be watching to see, how it pans out. So let's address the issue, the other issue we raised.
Okay. Okay, you are talking
about transportation.
Yes, the interchange terminals have been built in the urban areas in Enugu. We have Enugu South, Enugu North, Enugu East, and Nsukka. These are the 4 urban areas in the state, and we have the interchange terminals. And the governor was able to procure the CNG buses, and they are up and running. All of them are up and running. It's going on very well, and the ambience. When you enter the CNG bus, you get relaxed. There is also provision for Wi-Fi and all that, and you get it at affordable rates. The idea is to reduce transport costs, in Enugu State, and so that because with the removal of fuel subsidy, the transportation cost skyrocketed. But with this kind of development, the people of Enugu are having a new lease of life. Following His Excellency's introduction of the terminals and the CNG buses.
Right now, there are rumors that your principal, Governor Peter Mbah, is at the verge of dumping the party that brought him into power, the People's Democratic Party. Just how true is this? When is the defection going to take place, and what party is he looking at joining?
Well, all these things are within the realms of speculation. People tend to speculate, and they think that these things are happening. You understand? But I can assure you that the governor is still in PDP, as it were. But one thing I want you to know is that Peter Mbah, as we look at him in Enugu State, is an institution. The governor is an institution. He's the party that we know. Therefore, wherever he goes, we follow. Follow your leader. That's what it is. He has done so marvelously well that the people are no longer thinking about party. In Enugu State, we are no longer thinking about party, as we are thinking of, this governor that has performed excellently, that has transformed Enugu State within so short a while. What Mbah has done in 2 years is any other governor could not even have achieved in 8 years. And there are also more to come. So